Have you ever felt that your body just doesn't process carbohydrates the way it used to? As we advance in age, our metabolism naturally becomes more sluggish. Our body's reaction to insulin alters, and we find ourselves less tolerant of what we consume, especially when it comes to carbohydrates. That once satisfying plate of pasta or that comforting slice of white bread that used to provide a quick burst of energy might now leave you feeling heavy, bloated, and even irritable. Yet, a significant number of mature adults continue to rely on these very same food items, perhaps unaware that they could be hindering their energy levels, mental clarity, and long-term well-being. In this enlightening video, we are going to reveal 6 ingenious food substitutions that can significantly enhance your health and vitality after the age of 60. We're not merely focusing on weight management. We're talking about achieving sharper cognitive function, more stable moods, improved digestive health, and even more restful sleep, all by reducing the intake of carbohydrates that weigh you down and embracing foods that truly nourish your body. These aren't fleeting trends or intricate dietary plans. They are straightforward adjustments you can implement immediately, utilizing everyday foods that promote your health and vigor. If you're watching this video, comment change below to show you're ready for this transformative information. Stay tuned until the end because you'll uncover not just what to consume, but more importantly, why these choices become increasingly crucial as you age, and precisely how these 6 modifications can help you feel like your vibrant self again, or perhaps even better than before. Now, let's delve into these transformative food swaps. 1. Legumes instead of bread or pasta. One of the most astute dietary changes you can make in your later years is to exchange refined carbohydrates like white bread and pasta for robust, fiber-rich legumes. While this might seem like a minor alteration, the positive impact on your health can be substantial. When you consume bread or pasta crafted from refined flour, your body rapidly converts it into sugar, leading to a swift elevation in blood glucose levels followed by a subsequent drop. Over time, this fluctuating cycle can leave you feeling depleted, mentally clouded, and even anxious. However, legumes, such as lentils, black beans, or kidney beans, release energy gradually, providing your body with a consistent and sustained source of fuel without the energy peaks and crashes. What's truly remarkable about legumes is their dual power. They are brimming with both fiber and protein. This means you'll experience prolonged satiety, feel content without overeating, and provide your digestive system with the support it needs. As we age, our digestive processes can become less efficient, and fiber plays a vital role in maintaining regularity. Furthermore, protein becomes increasingly important for preserving muscle mass and sustaining strength. With legumes, you obtain both of these essential nutrients in one simple, affordable food source. There's also a significant psychological aspect to shifting away from refined carbohydrates. Many older individuals, consciously or unconsciously, have cultivated a comfort-based connection to items like toast, rolls, and spaghetti. These foods often evoke memories of family gatherings, comforting meals, and simpler times. However, just because a food is familiar doesn't automatically mean it's beneficial for your current health needs. In fact, those very foods might be hindering you from achieving better energy, clearer thinking, and an improved metabolism. Let me share a story about Kenneth. He's 65 and used to have toast with practically every meal: white toast for breakfast, sandwich bread at lunchtime, and rolls with dinner. He constantly felt fatigued and attributed it to his age. But after gradually replacing his toast and pasta with black beans and chickpeas, he noticed a remarkable change. His digestion improved significantly, his cravings diminished, and his afternoon naps became optional rather than mandatory. He didn't drastically alter his lifestyle. He simply substituted what wasn't serving him with something more beneficial. That's the true power of this swap. It's not just about eliminating something. It's about replacing it with something that actively supports your body and your brain. Legumes also offer another understated advantage. They aid in regulating cholesterol levels and safeguarding your heart health, which becomes increasingly critical as we age. And unlike many trendy health foods that come with a hefty price tag, legumes are readily available and easy to incorporate into your diet. Add them to salads, soups, or simply warm them up with a drizzle of olive oil and some herbs. They are as versatile as they are potent. If you've been relying on bread or pasta as your go-to comfort foods, it's worth pondering whether that comfort is worth the potential cost to your well-being. There's nothing inherently wrong with desiring something satisfying, but it's even more rewarding when that satisfaction contributes to your health. Legumes achieve precisely that, and over time, they can become not just a component of your meals, but an integral part of how you intentionally and wisely care for yourself. If you find this information about the benefits of legumes insightful, comment "healthy start" below. 2. Nutritious fats instead of sugary treats. One of the most prevalent mistakes older adults make, often without realizing it, is reaching for sugary snacks when their energy levels dip. Cookies, pastries, sweetened granola bars, or even fruit juices might seem like harmless indulgences, but they can subtly undermine your health as you age. Your body becomes more sensitive to sugar, and what once provided a temporary energy boost now leaves you feeling sluggish, irritable, and craving even more sugar. The key to breaking this cycle isn't just about eliminating sugar. It's about substituting it with something your body genuinely needs: healthy fats. These beneficial fats, found in foods like avocados, walnuts, almonds, and olive oil, nourish your brain, support your heart, and help maintain hormonal balance. Unlike sugary snacks, these fats don't cause rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes. Instead, they provide sustained energy and help you feel full for longer, which is particularly important in older age, when your metabolism naturally slows down and hunger cues can become less clear. By opting for healthy fats over sugary treats, you're providing your body with fuel that works in harmony with it, not against it. Let's be candid. Many of us grew up in an era where fat was demonized. We were advised to avoid it at all costs. However, scientific understanding has evolved, and we now recognize that good fats are not only safe but essential. They play a crucial role in protecting against cognitive decline, supporting joint health, and even improving mood. When you snack on a handful of almonds or spread some avocado on whole grain crackers, you're not just sidestepping sugar. You're actively building a stronger foundation for your overall well-being. Consider Susan, who is 72. She used to reach for something sweet every afternoon. It had become a habit, a small pick-me-up to boost her spirits. But the more she indulged, the more lethargic she felt by evening. When she started replacing those sugary snacks with olives, a small handful of nuts, or a slice of avocado with a squeeze of lemon, she noticed her energy levels remained consistent throughout the day, and her mood didn't plummet in the late afternoon. Furthermore, she stopped feeling the need to snack so frequently because she felt genuinely satisfied. It wasn't about consuming less. It was about consuming smarter. This type of dietary shift also influences your self-perception. When you make conscious food choices that truly benefit you, you start to feel more in control, not just of your appetite, but of your entire day. Sugary snacks often come with a pang of guilt, especially when you know they're not doing you any favors. But healthy fats don't carry that emotional baggage. They nourish without the subsequent crash, leaving you feeling better, not worse. I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment "wonderful" if you're enjoying this video. In fact, in every key subtopic discussed, ask the viewer to comment by mentioning those words. If you're finding these insights on healthy fats valuable, comment "fuel good" below. 3. Sweet potatoes instead of white potatoes. For many of us, white potatoes have been a dietary staple for decades. Mashed, baked, or fried, they offer a sense of warmth, familiarity, and undeniable comfort. However, as we age, those same potatoes that once seemed like a hearty side dish might be causing more harm than good. White potatoes have a high glycemic index, meaning they are rapidly converted into sugar in the body. This sudden surge in blood sugar can leave you feeling tired, mentally foggy, or even irritable shortly after eating. Over time, this pattern can quietly erode your energy levels, mood stability, and long-term health. Now, here's the encouraging news. You don't have to forego comfort food to make a healthier choice. Sweet potatoes offer the same warm, starchy satisfaction, but with significantly more nutritional benefits and a much gentler impact on your blood sugar levels. They are rich in fiber, packed with essential vitamins like A and C, and contain potent antioxidants that help reduce inflammation. That last point is particularly significant because chronic inflammation is a major contributing factor to many age-related conditions, from joint pain to heart problems and cognitive decline. What makes sweet potatoes so exceptional isn't just what they provide. It's also what they don't take away. Unlike white potatoes, which can often leave you feeling sleepy or bloated, sweet potatoes tend to energize and satisfy without the subsequent crash. They support your immune system, promote healthy skin, and aid in digestion, all crucial aspects of well-being that become increasingly important with each passing year. And if you're mindful of your blood pressure, the potassium content in sweet potatoes helps to balance sodium levels and support healthy heart function in a gentle, natural way. Let me tell you about George, who is 68. He grew up in a household where meat and potatoes was the standard fare. Every dinner included some form of white potato on the plate. He didn't give it much thought until his doctor suggested he try incorporating sweet potatoes into his diet for a month. George was initially skeptical. He enjoyed his routine. But after a few weeks of swapping mashed white potatoes for roasted sweet potatoes seasoned with herbs, he noticed a significant improvement in his digestion. His afternoon energy levels lasted longer, and surprisingly, he didn't miss the old version at all. In fact, he started experimenting with different spices and preparation methods, something he hadn't done in years. This kind of dietary change might seem small, but the impact it can have on your day-to-day life is tangible. You're not sacrificing comfort. You're redefining it. Sweet potatoes can become a reliable, feel-good part of your meals, not just nutritionally, but also emotionally. You still get that cozy feeling from a warm, familiar side dish. But this time, it's working in harmony with your body, not against it. And that's truly what healthy aging is about. Honoring your body's needs today, rather than clinging to habits from the past. When you replace white potatoes with sweet potatoes, you're not just making a food swap. You're making a value shift, choosing nourishment over nostalgia, strength over blood sugar spikes, and intention over habit. And the more you make these conscious choices, the more your body will thank you, not just in the short term, but for many years to come. If you're excited to embrace the goodness of sweet potatoes, comment "sweet swap" below. All right, let's continue with the remaining 3 powerful food swaps that can make a world of difference for your energy, digestion, and healthy aging after 60. 4. Low-carb vegetables instead of rice or noodles. For many mature adults, rice or noodles have become the foundation of quick and satisfying meals. They are easy to prepare, simple to chew, and pair well with almost any dish. However, this ease and convenience can come at a cost, particularly when it comes to your blood sugar levels, weight management, and inflammation. Both white rice and traditional noodles are high in simple carbohydrates, which the body rapidly breaks down into sugar. While this immediate sugar spike might not cause noticeable problems right away, over time, it contributes to insulin resistance, persistent fatigue, and even chronic health conditions that can silently diminish your quality of life. The crucial point to understand is that your body doesn't just react to the individual foods you consume. It responds to patterns. When those patterns consist of high carbohydrate meals day after day, year after year, it becomes increasingly challenging for your system to regulate itself effectively. But the solution doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive. Substituting rice or noodles with low-carb vegetables like cauliflower, zucchini, or spaghetti squash is a remarkably effective way to turn things around without sacrificing the texture or the satisfying feeling you're accustomed to. These vegetables are incredibly versatile and surprisingly filling. Cauliflower can be processed into rice and sautéed to mimic the fluffy texture of traditional rice. Zucchini can be spiralized into long, noodle-like strands that hold sauces beautifully. Spaghetti squash, once roasted, pulls apart into golden threads that closely resemble pasta and absorb flavors in a way that feels deeply familiar. But beyond their versatility, these swaps offer something even more important. They help to reduce inflammation, improve digestion, and stabilize blood sugar levels. As we age, inflammation becomes a silent but significant concern. It can contribute to joint pain, persistent fatigue, and cognitive decline. Many of the foods we consume either combat inflammation or exacerbate it. Low-carb vegetables are packed with antioxidants, fiber, and water, which help to cool down the body's internal stress response. They also support your gut health, which plays a far more significant role in your mood, immune function, and even memory than most people realize. Let me share the experience of Pamela. She's 63 and used to eat pasta at least 3 times a week. It was convenient, familiar, and something she could quickly prepare after a long day. However, she started noticing that her hands felt swollen, her knees ached more than usual, and her energy levels would plummet after dinner. Her doctor raised the possibility of inflammation and suggested she try replacing some of her carbohydrates with vegetables. Initially, Pamela was hesitant, but she decided to give it a try, starting with zucchini noodles under her favorite tomato sauce. Within just a few weeks, her joint discomfort began to subside, and her evenings no longer ended in a haze of fatigue. She didn't feel deprived. She felt significantly better. That's the true magic of this type of change. It's not about giving things up. It's about regaining what truly matters: comfort without the crash, satisfaction without the soreness, and ease without the long-term damage. Just as importantly, these swaps keep you engaged with your food. They encourage you to try new things, be creative in the kitchen, and take ownership of your health in a way that feels empowering rather than overwhelming. If you've ever felt stiff after dinner or sluggish in the morning after a heavy meal the night before, it might be time to reevaluate what's truly on your plate. Rice and noodles might seem like the easy option, but so is roasting some cauliflower florets or sautéing zucchini with garlic and olive oil. The real transformation occurs when you realize you're not just feeding yourself. You're investing in your future well-being. If you're excited about swapping rice and noodles for vibrant vegetables, comment Veggie Power below. 5. Fermented foods instead of carb-heavy side dishes. For many years, side dishes like dinner rolls, mashed potatoes, and buttered corn have been considered the comforting accompaniment to a good meal. They are soft, starchy, familiar, and undeniably easy to overeat. However, these carbohydrate-heavy sides, especially when consumed regularly, can quietly cause more harm than good. They lead to blood sugar spikes, promote bloating, and offer minimal to no benefit for your gut health. And as you age, your gut plays a far more critical role than most people realize. It's the cornerstone of your digestion, your immune system, and even your mental clarity. One of the most impactful things you can do for your gut health and overall well-being is to incorporate fermented foods into your meals in place of traditional starches. Foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir yogurt with live cultures, or even small servings of miso can introduce beneficial bacteria that your body truly needs. These probiotics help to maintain a healthy balance in your gut microbiome, improve digestion, and may even help alleviate chronic issues like constipation, inflammation, and fatigue. Unlike starchy side dishes that might fill your stomach, but leave you feeling sluggish. Fermented foods support your body on a much deeper level. What's remarkable is how little it takes to see a positive difference. You don't need to overload your plate with kimchi or sip on kefir all day long. A small portion alongside your regular meals can begin to reset your internal system and help your body absorb nutrients more effectively. This becomes particularly important as we age, as our ability to absorb key nutrients like calcium, B vitamins, and magnesium tends to decline. A well-balanced gut helps ensure that those vital nutrients don't just pass through your system, but are actually utilized where they're needed most. Take William, for example. He's 70 and had struggled with bloating and irregular digestion for years. He assumed it was just a natural part of aging, something he had to accept. But after a conversation with a friend, he started adding a tablespoon of sauerkraut to his lunch and a small glass of kefir to his evening routine. Within just 2 weeks, he noticed less bloating, improved regularity, and an unexpected bonus. His mind felt clearer. He described it as a fog lifting, and all it took was a simple swap on his plate. There's also a sense of empowerment that comes with taking charge of your gut health. It reminds you that you're not at the mercy of your body. You can actively work with it. Fermented foods, with their tangy flavors and ancient traditions, bring a sense of vitality back to the table. They don't just replace something old. They reconnect you to something wise, something time-tested, and something that brings your entire system into better equilibrium. Of course, not everyone immediately enjoys the taste of fermented foods. They can be strong, even surprising. But like many beneficial habits, the taste often grows on you. Start small, a spoonful here, a sip there. Give your body time to adjust, and give yourself credit for trying something new. This isn't just a food choice. It's a form of self-care, a quiet affirmation that you value your health, your mental clarity, and your overall comfort. If you're intrigued by the power of fermented foods, comment "gut love" below. 6. Low-sugar fruits instead of traditional desserts. Dessert has always been one of life's simple pleasures, a slice of pie after dinner, a scoop of ice cream on a warm evening, or a few cookies with your afternoon coffee. These small treats have a way of comforting us. However, as we get older, the way our bodies respond to sugar changes dramatically. What once felt like a harmless indulgence can now manifest as brain fog, aching joints, restless sleep, or stubborn weight that refuses to budge. And while no one is suggesting you can never enjoy a treat again, the reality is that the more added sugar we remove from our daily routine, the better we tend to feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. So, what's the healthier alternative? It's simpler than you might think. Instead of reaching for traditional desserts loaded with added sugars and processed ingredients, opt for low-sugar fruits like berries, citrus fruits, or even a few slices of pear or apple sprinkled with cinnamon. These fruits are naturally sweet, packed with fiber, and loaded with antioxidants that actively combat inflammation and support healthy aging. They provide you with the delightful taste of something sweet without the subsequent energy crash or blood sugar roller coaster. There's a subtle but profound difference between consuming sugar out of habit and choosing natural sweetness with intention. When you enjoy a bowl of fresh blueberries or a few strawberries after dinner, you're not just satisfying a craving. You're nourishing your body, supporting your memory, and promoting a healthy heart. The fiber in these fruits slows down the release of sugar into your bloodstream, meaning you get sustained energy without the spike. And that translates to fewer cravings, more stable moods, and better sleep at night. Let me share the experience of Barbara. She's 75 and had a long-standing habit of ending every dinner with a slice of cake or a few cookies. She didn't think much of it. It was just her way of winding down. But she started noticing stiffness in her hands in the morning. Her memory wasn't as sharp as it used to be, and her energy levels would dip more frequently. Her granddaughter, who had been reading about the impact of sugar on aging, suggested a small change. Together, They started making simple desserts with berries, Greek yogurt, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Barbara didn't expect much, but after a few weeks, she felt more energetic. Her joints felt less stiff, and she even reported that her sleep became more restful. That's the kind of quiet transformation that often sneaks up on you, not with fanfare, but with a sense of peace and well-being. You don't miss the heavy, sugary desserts as much as you'd expect, because your body begins to feel lighter, clearer, and more stable. And you start to realize that true satisfaction doesn't come from sweetness alone. It comes from how you feel afterward. When dessert leaves you feeling nourished instead of drained, it becomes something you look forward to with pride, not guilt. Choosing fruit over processed desserts is more than just a dietary swap. It's a gesture of self-care. It's saying, I want to feel good tomorrow, not just, I want to taste something sweet right now. And when you make that kind of conscious choice consistently, the positive effects ripple out into every aspect of your life, your mental clarity, your energy levels, your physical movement, and even your overall confidence. If you're inspired to swap sugary desserts for naturally sweet fruits, comment "Sweet Treat Wisdom" below. As we conclude this video, take a moment to quietly reflect on the 6 powerful changes we've explored. Perhaps 1 or 2 of these swaps resonated with you more than others. Maybe all of them did. The key takeaway is that aging doesn't mean relinquishing control over how you feel. In fact, it can be a season of renewal where each dietary choice becomes an opportunity to enhance your energy, protect your brain health, and strengthen your body from the inside out. Which of these substitutions feels most achievable for you right now? Perhaps it's incorporating more beans into your salads, or keeping a supply of fresh berries on hand for your after-dinner treat. These aren't drastic overhauls. They are gentle adjustments that build momentum over time. And that momentum can profoundly impact how you navigate your day, how soundly you sleep at night, and even how you perceive yourself. This isn't solely about avoiding certain carbohydrates. It's about consciously choosing foods that respect your body's needs, honor your life experience, and give back more than they take away. You've dedicated a lifetime to caring for others, building families, working diligently, and persevering through challenges. Now is the perfect time to extend that same level of care and intention to yourself, one nourishing meal at a time. Thank you for joining us on this journey to better health and vitality. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one key insight you gained from this video and how you plan to implement it in your daily life. Your thoughts are valuable to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments provides us with great motivation and encouragement. If you found this video informative and helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from this information. Your support enables us to continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Before you go, don't forget to explore the other interesting and insightful videos on our channel. We have a wealth of information to help you live your healthiest and happiest life. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.